Hi, I'm going to show you how to do a smoky eye. A lot of women are intimidated by the smoky eye. It's supposed to be this Hollywood look that no one can ever get right unless you're a pro. There are several versions of the smoky eye. It tends to refer to any look that has kind of a dramatic, faded out look. But a basic smoky eye is actually easier than many of the looks you might think of, and I'm going to show you why, because you don't really require any precision to do this. It's all about just blending. Also, most people think a smoky eye is very heavy blacks, grays, and charcoals that not everyone could pull off. But you could do smoky eye in any color. I'm going to be doing it today in kind of purpley, like burgundy colors. I'm going to start off with an eyeliner. I'm using a gel. A pencil also works. I'm using an indigo blue, or you could use a purple. And I'm going to go along the top lash line, and this is what I love about this so much, is that you really don't have to be exact, because the line isn't going to show much. It's just to provide a dark base. I try to do it straight, but it doesn't have to be too thin. It doesn't have to be too exact. It could be smudged. Just give it a nice thick line. You could even smudge it around a little bit. It's really not about that the line itself. The line is made to provide the darkest layer for the fade up. I've already put a primer on my eyes. There, it could be nice and thick. Not even going to show much. Just a minute. Where's my brush? Okay, here it is. I'm going to take now a deep purple, like an amethyst, with a small eyeshadow brush. Shake off the extra, and I'm going to sweep that over the liner and about halfway up the lid. And you could do this with any combination of colors. You could do this with greens, browns, grays, blacks, any of that. I'm now going to take a slightly lighter purple, more of like a little bit of a wineish color. And I'm going to blend that up on the second half of the lid up into the crease. And I blend that upward onto the brow bone. I'm going to add a little more of the darker purple on bottom. Put that in. Just want to make sure I have a nice fade, a nice blending of the colors together. A little more on the outer edge to give it some depth. Now from here, depending on the size of your eyelid, you can either add one more light shade or you could go straight to the highlighter. Because I have a lot of eye space here, I'm going to go with one more shade lighter before going into highlight, but it's not even necessary. That's a matter of personal taste. I'm going to take a little bit of a pinky purple. I blend the two together. It's very important for the smoky eye look that all colors be blended together. You don't want to see the line where each color ends. So if that means you have to go back and add a little bit more of the color before to blend the line together, that's fine. You can go ahead and do that. I'm now going to take a bit of a silver highlighter, a sheer silvery color, and I'm going to put that under the brow bone. You don't have to use the silver, that's just what I'm using. That's what's great about the smoky eye also, is that it's very, you have a lot of choice in what colors you want to use. And I blend the highlighter also down into the pink. Lots of blending going on here. As usual, I'm going to take a bit of the highlighter and put it on the inner corner. Wakes up the eye and makes your eyes look bigger and brighter. Oops, I got some purple in there. Okay, I'm now going to take my eyeliner brush and I'm going to go back to that deep purple that I used in the first place. I'm going to dip a little bit of that into the eyeshadow powder and shake off the extra. And I'm going to gently line the lower eyelid with the eyeshadow. And I'm gonna take a little, where's my little brush, my blending brush. Okay, I'm gonna take a small smudger brush, but any little blending brush or a rubber blender will do, and I'm gonna smudge that around underneath to soften it up. And there you have it. You add a little mascara. Give it a little wiggle on the bottom so it catches all the lashes. Okay, and I'm going to put some on the lower lash to wake up the eye, make it look well framed. And there you have it. A beautiful jewel toned smoky eye. You could do that with any combination of colors you like, so long as you start at the bottom and get progressively lighter towards the top, and you're well blended, almost any combination of colors will work. So you don't have to necessarily worry about going for that whole charcoal gothy thing. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.